Alright, so it's been a whole month since I made that very mediocre Our House vid. I got a few lovely comments that were deleted after I used facts and logic to argue my points that, the show was shit. So I'm just going to be talking about some of the stuff that I, one, got wrong, and some of the comments I got too. The first point of this video is to correct the one thing that I got wrong, along with showing that I am capable of speaking at a normal and understandable pace. Why is that important, you might be asking? Because a few retarded, I mean beautiful people, didn't actually watch my video and hurry down to the comment section to rail me like I'm a child on Route 34 instead. And the only reason why they wouldn't be able to have done this is because either they couldn't understand what I was saying, or they were just being bigots. But hey, let's give them the benefit of the doubt this one time. Okay, first thing I should say is that Dana Terrace isn't Alex Ash's wife, or at least hasn't said so publicly. Second thing is that apparently the Our House was being created while Gravity Falls was being aired, and this is what a lot of people had used to justify the show's blatant copying of Gravity Falls. But I just have a simple question for all of those people using that as an argument. If you and another child do homework at the same time, does that give the second child the ability to copy with your homework? And it means it's right? Fuck no. I just started there, but we're going to keep that in the video anyways. Anyway, it's time for the main course. Some very stupid comments that I have to respond to now. Thankfully, this guy was helpful enough to leave time codes so I know which point he's referring to. This comment was responding to my claim that the Our House copies Gravity Falls episodes. Gravity Falls also takes those episodes from other shows like the cloning episode, the Robbie gets drug into love someone episode, and the Mabel and Dipper switch bodies episode. Could be considered a fairy tale or Freaky Friday ripoff. While I'm happy you left the time code, it doesn't mean that your point is actually good. Justifying a show's unoriginality by saying another show is unoriginal is pretty stupid, not gonna lie. Another reason this is a bad response is because in the video I was explaining why the Our House was bad, not Gravity Falls or anything else, so this point about the show being unoriginal still stands. The second one I'll be responding to is me saying that the characters from the show were cliche. Jesus, this is a long one. They actually do make it different. Instead of Amity being some bully mean girl prodigy, the show instead makes her into a hard worker of insecurities. That whole first sentence could have been used to describe the MC's rival in Little Witch Academia. The only thing I'd have to change is the name that you use. And Luz starts from a stereotypical escapist chosen one, adventure main character, to a girl that needs to learn that not everything in fantasy is fun and not a chosen one, and needs to take things seriously or else she could hurt herself or other people, and anti-escapism, but the other characters are stereotypical, I'll admit that. Now the bit of Luz is just wrong. The whole MC thinks they're special before realizing they don't mean anything cliche has already been done and handled better in better shows. That made sense what I just said, like in ReZero. Also, anti-escapism. Other than episode 2, Luz never really accepts her reality or changes her personality from what she originally was back in episode 1. This one was supposed to be responding to me saying that Luz not dying fighting the strongest witch in the Boiling House makes no sense, but you used the wrong time code here. Because she needed to defeat the evil bad guy and didn't have Ida to help her. She literally didn't have a choice, or else the bad guy would have won. No, actually. Saying that Luz managing to hang with the Titan King makes sense because he would have actually won, ironically, makes no sense. And I don't think I need to explain why. Actually, considering some of the replies I got, I might just need to. Just because a villain is gonna win doesn't mean the NC has to pull something out of her ass just to beat him. Having the villain win in the end, if handled properly, could get audiences even more hyped for the next season. But nope. Luz just had to channel the fucking Mary Sue stay and get the dub. Okay, so I realized I didn't put this part of my script, but this comment is responding to me saying that Lilith exploding and, giving away the fact that she cursed Ida in the second to last episode was kind of bullshit. So yeah, let me just read it. It makes sense cause Lilith, oh shit, wrong voice. It makes sense cause Lilith was frustrated and wasn't thinking at this time. That was the whole point of why she blurted it out. She was frustrated at Ida's actions to the point of wanting to hurt her with words. And it does happen to people, so it makes sense since it came from anger and wanting to have payback. What about all the other times she's got pissed at Ida and kept her mouth shut? She was under the same amount of pressure of her other interactions with Ida, so how come she didn't blow it out then? I'll tell you, because Horayas had to cram an hour special into 30 minutes and screwed up everything. Anyways, those were the, Tame comments. Now we're just gonna go into the ones that really went to make me turn myself inside out. Oh Jesus, this was looking like a fucking doozy. It might have the same plots like Gravity Falls, but it's still its own show. Some shows have the same plots and are alike. The characters are what make people watch the show, and they think, wow, they look and act like me. Most people like to see how the characters act and how developed in the show make the show more interesting. The show is unique in its own way. Jesus Christ, how the fuck did I heard that? The characters are some of the most unoriginal parts of the show. The main point is almost completely invalid. Actually, for fun, let's discuss a few more of these unique characters real fast. Gus is literally young prodigy who doesn't get respect because he's young cliche, and Willow is just pre-Cell Fight Gohan.
Oh, but oranges, you can't say all the characters are unoriginal by only judging Luz's friends.
They're the third most important group in the whole fucking show. Other than Luz and Ida, they literally are the main characters. They shouldn't be fucking boring or cliche. Don't you know that Luz saved Ida? With a little help from Lilith, Willow and Gus? Amity's leg was broken from Emperor Belos, the most powerful witch in the demon realm. She's not a Mary Sue. Get your facts straight. Yes, I too think Luz, the character who took out trained guards with zero combat training, used a magic staff perfectly when she needed to, and also rediscovered an old form of magic that was lost to time due to her phone cracking from a 10cm fall, is not a Mary Sue. That was sarcasm, by the way. Fucking ADHD patient. Yo, okay, nope. Yo, okay, The Owl House is one of the best shows ever. The only trash one is you. Wow. I never thought of it like that. I guess you're right. I am trash. Okay, so I thought I wasn't gonna get any more comments before I could drop this video, but lo and behold, I get one more that made me laugh for a few seconds. I just need to maximize my condescension real fast. LOL, what a surprise, the main gripe is the lesbian character. Double bet on SJW, agenda, or pandering anywhere in this video. Maybe if you made this in 2016, you'd get more support. Well, first of all, stop implying that I don't like Luz because she's gay. I can't do that since she's bi, you dumbass. I find it hilarious that you can't even get her sexuality right, but you still think you can come at me in the comments. Another thing that I find hilarious is how you ignore the fact that I have understandable reasons for why I think Luz was a PG-7 character from Maya Moores, but nope! Ignore that fact and just say I'm hating on Luz for being gay. Definitely. But the whole second part of your comment just screams false arrogance, whatever your fucking curb your enthusiasm. Next time watch the video before you say shit in the comments, because if you're a dumbass, did you notice that 1, I gave a good reason to not like Luz without bringing up her sexuality, and 2, that one of those words never came out of my mouth. I didn't even think the Owl House was made for SJWs or panders to those fucking scary non-straight people or the minorities. Oh. But having an MC represent both of them, honestly, I thought that was pretty cool. I definitely would have preferred if the character was handled properly, but of course I'm not going to say stuff that just isn't true. If I wanted to throw those words around and be correct, I just reviewed this fucking Steven Universe fanbase.